remember very well, in the past, some people were clamoring for accountability, you know. Now this is the time for that. This is the time for that. Even though, if you remember very well, a few months ago, Mr. Muiwa said that, you know, when it's time to do the accountability, he will surely do it at the due time. So I believe this is the due time now. Because Bukky just said a lot of things yesterday. And, you know, we don't know Mohbad. We only came into this justice simply because of what happens. And as Abiyamo, Otawalara. And people has contributed into this justice in so many ways. Financially, emotionally, psychologically, people are affected. Every one of us are affected. In all aspects of life, we are all affected. So, and I think what we're asking for right now is just for the accountability before we say anything, because, I mean, we just have to be very careful now. We have to be very careful before we start bashing everybody. So let him come out and address us. He needs to come out and address us. So that's what I can say for now, because I don't know.
Thank you so much, RI0US. D Naija, it's your turn now. D Naija, are you there? Let's keep our tapping. No sir. But Emma Bino, whichever one, Emma Bino,
D Naija. Olórí ẹbí number 1 ẹ jẹ́ kí n kọ́kọ́ kú kí yín kú oríire náà pé anything nípa owó nípa justice for Mohbad yẹ wà involved mo kí yín kú oríire. Ẹ ṣé gan. Kò ṣe mímọ̀ ṣe yín o kò ṣe mímọ̀ ṣe ẹ̀yin náà o.
Dínà ìjà ẹ mọ̀ pé ẹlòmíì máa ṣèkà fún yín oríire ló máa bọ́ sí ṣẹ́ rántí. Ẹlòmíì máa rò pé kóun ṣe kà fún ibẹ̀ tí ká tán ṣe yẹn oore ló máa lọ bọ́ sí àwọn rò pa wọn.
wọ́n ti ẹ̀ lè wà involve lọ́jọ́ kọjọ́ wọn lè wà involve lọ́jọ́ kọjọ́ 100% 101% wọn lè wà involve.
Even sister Bọ̀dá Láti ó ná ìdí àkántí mo tiẹ̀ tó fẹ́ mú wá gan pàápàá lórí ọ̀rọ̀ olówó dé gan báyìí. Màá fẹ́ advice bóyá ká open account neutral account any giveaway nǹkan kan public money tá a bá ti fẹ́ gbà ẹ jẹ́ kó máa wà l'account yẹn ẹ mọ̀ pé personal account yín ní lè fi wọn public because a fẹ́ mọ̀ billions tó wà ní account yín but ìyẹn ká wà 100% transparent.
ṣe àbáyọ̀ gbowó mọ́ onílé àbáyọ̀ gbowó kankan mọ́ jẹ́ ká ṣiṣẹ́ wa àbáyọ̀ gbowó.
All right no fún giveaway wa àbí anything tá a bá fẹ́ gbà náà ni mo sọ.
owó giveaway nìkan mo lè ṣe giveaway online so báyọ̀ gbowó báyọ̀ ṣe gbá yẹn is cancelled.
Ẹ ṣé mo dúpẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ mo kàn fẹ́ gba special àdúrà yìí pé ní orúkọ ti bàbá àti ti ọmọ àti ti ẹ̀mí mímọ́ Olúwa lórí ọ̀rọ̀ Yomi Fabiyi tí wọ́n pencil down pé wọ́n fẹ́ payé ẹ̀ a dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ pé o ti bá wa rí ìrìnsà láti pa pencil yẹn rẹ́ brother wa dẹ̀ ti padà sí Nàìjíríà Olúwa ẹ gba ọpẹ́ wa gbogbo nǹkan tí brother wa dẹ̀ fẹ́ bá wa ṣe kí Ọlọ́run kí ó bá wa fún un ṣe Olúwa ẹ gba ọpẹ́ wa. Now olórí ẹbí làákàyè yín ò ní parẹ́ o ṣe rí kò sí bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe lè rìn torí ẹ̀ ò ní mì inú mi dẹ̀ dùn pé most times tẹ́ bá ti fẹ́ máa go out of track no matter who tó bá pè yín àbí tó bá sọ̀rọ̀ àbí tó bá advice kì í ṣagídí ẹ̀ òun lọ́rọ̀ show Bukky tẹ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ láàárọ̀ yìí mo rí pé inú ti fẹ́ máa bí to one extent but nígbà tí èèyàn kan wọlé tó sọ pé Láti ronú báyìí mo rí reaction yín mo dẹ̀ rí side tẹ́ take ṣe rí gbogbo wa we are different human being the way tọ́lọ́run ṣe wáyà wa a yàtọ̀ síra wa kẹ́ tó réyàn méjì nínú gbogbo orí ayé tẹ́ máa sọ pé ìwà àwọn méjì yìí same thing ní 100% ẹ̀ẹ́rìn ẹsẹ̀ yín á fẹ́ bó ṣe rí Bùkọ́lá mo bìlẹ̀ pé tí Bùkọ́lá bá mọ̀ nípa nǹkan tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ yìí a ti sọ ti pẹ́ Bukky ò láṣìírí ṣé ẹ mọ̀ pé Bùkọ́lá ò láṣìírí ni mo sọ fẹ́yàn kan mo ní mi ò lè ní àṣírí kí n fi sọ́wọ́ Bùkọ́lá láéláé bẹ́ẹ̀ ni mo sọ fún yín bẹ́ẹ̀ ni mo sọ fún yín because moment tí Bùkọ́lá bá ti rí pé ti go astray àbí ọwọ́ yín ò mọ́ lásán báyìí fúnra rẹ̀ ló máa bọ́ta ló máa pariwo yín síta ẹ wá máa wò pé ṣé bí mo kàn tọ́jú àṣírí sọ́wọ́ ẹni ni so mo believe tó bá gbé Bùkọ́lá ti mọ gbogbo àwọn nǹkan tá à ń sọ ìtẹ́lẹ̀tẹ́lẹ̀ ni á ti pariwo wọn síta tipẹ́tipẹ́ mọ́mẹ́ǹtì tó mọ̀ ló pariwo ẹ̀ yìí o tó bá dẹ̀ jẹ́ pé ó ní bad intention náà ni bọ́n ṣe sọ fún yẹn ó sì máa fẹ́ hold ẹ̀ back pé ọ̀rọ̀ yìí tóbi kò ṣeé sọ síta ẹ má jẹ́ ń sọ síta bọ̀ṣẹ́ wá rí lórí ọ̀rọ̀ ti Mr. Muiwa yẹn I've never mentioned his name or talked about him and I will still not do but every one of them need to be more careful if there is anything that they are hiding oorun tó wà lókè yìí ó sì tó aṣọ gbẹ nǹkan tí mo fẹ́ jẹ́ kí baba Mohbad àti Mr. Muiwa àti everybody tó ń jà fún true justice understand ni pé from this moment on anything nípa dáwó bá jáde ẹ̀rí báwọn èèyàn ṣe máa pull back o and they need to protect the interest of the people tó bá mọ̀ pa wọ́n sì fẹ́ káwọn èèyàn máa support kéèsì yìí lọ financially or else a lot of people will lose hope and they are just going to sit back and watch them tó bá wá jẹ́ pé tòótọ́ náà ti ṣe owó tó wà nílẹ̀ mọ̀kùmọ̀kù ńgbà tẹ́jọ́ ò tí ì bẹ̀rẹ̀ tẹ́jọ́ bá bẹ̀rẹ̀ táwọn fẹ́ kọjú sí tó fẹ́ béèrè owó lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ tó máa dá wọn lóhùn tó ọ̀bá wá réyàn kọjú sí láti béèrè owó lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ ẹ sọ fún mi ìgbò kí lẹ conclude sí pé justice for Mohbad ó máa di ẹjọ́ máa kú sákèrè because the only reason tá a sì ṣe ń pariwo tá à ń lọ opportunity tá à ń pariwo yìí pé because the masses stood up and they financed this struggle àwọn tó ń sọ fún bàbá ńjọ́ kìíní àná pé ìyẹn ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ bẹ̀rẹ̀ ẹjọ́ yóò ní débi kan á máa dànù ní ẹ̀pẹ́ ń bẹ̀rẹ̀ ṣe kíníkan ká ní ṣe náà mọ̀ pé bàbá Mohbad àwọn èèyàn máa dìde fún bàbá Mohbad tó jẹ́ ordinary carpenter tó jẹ́ pé tipátipá ló fi ń rówó jẹun ká ní wọ́n mọ̀ pé ó máa rí millions of naira láti fi bá wọn jà ní bóyá Wunmi ò bá ti lọ bóyá Wunmi ò bá ti lọ bá bàbá Mohbad lẹ́sẹ̀kẹsẹ̀ nígbà tí kíní yẹn ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ láti bẹ̀bẹ̀ pé bàbá ẹ pa mí sílé ẹ má pa mí síta but wọn ò ẹ̀sìpẹ̀tì ẹ̀ kó máa débi tó dé ó ti wá débi tó dé yẹn nìyẹn àwa ni ká wá fúnra wa ní sense because tí the same set of people tó ń sọ pé Adégún ìjọ tó bá stop láti sọ pé Adéògùn mọ́ ọmọ yín ló kú ẹ lọ rán Yorùbá ló máa ń sọ pé tójú ò bá tẹ̀yìn bẹ̀ tí ojú ò ní tè kò lé àfàìmọ̀ kojú má tẹ̀yìn bẹ̀ tí kojú má tè kò lé last. Mo dẹ̀ rántí pé the last time tó ń sọ̀rọ̀ owó àti bọ́n ṣe náwó Mr. Muiwa sọ pé ẹjọ́ ò tí ì bẹ̀rẹ̀ pé ká ṣẹjọ́ tán so that wọ́n á lè sọ bọ́n ṣe náwó. I still don't believe in that. Ṣèbéyàn ní very dark man tí ò tí ì bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ṣe project tó ti ní ká máa lọ bówó ṣe ń wọlé bówó ṣe ń jáde. Kí ló wrong nínú ẹ̀ if they can do us something similar? And unfortunately wọ́n kọjú búkì náà sí ògiri most of the things tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ wọn ò jẹ́ kí Bùkọ́lá gan mọ̀ ara nǹkan tó ń ká Bùkọ́lá lára nìyẹn náà because téèyàn bá wà tó jẹ́ pé èmi ni mo lọ sọ fáwọn èèyàn pé ẹ bá mi dáwó fún kínní tí mo wá jókòó táwọn èèyàn yẹn wá bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí gbọ́ pé owó tí mo ní káwọn dá èmi fúnra mi tí mo ní káwọn dá gan mi ò lè àkáǹtì fún mi ò mọ bó ṣe náà.
184, yeah?
Yeah, it should be somewhere there.
But you can keep it.
Yeah, it's okay. Just tell them to pick it up at the barber shop. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ má bínú. So tí ò wá nílé sọ fáwọn èèyàn pé owó tí mo ní kẹ́ ẹ dá bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe bí wọ́n ṣe ná rè á tàyàn lára ara jẹ́ ni so n bí tọrọ dé yìí at this point in time èmi ò tí ì rí any fault tó sì jẹ́ ti Bùkọ́lá ká ní ṣe ló jẹ́ pé bọ́n sọ kí nìyẹn fún Bùkọ́lá ò tí ì jáde kó pariwo síta ni tó jẹ́ pé nu èèyàn míì láti wá lọ gbọ́ Bùkọ́lá á jẹgba lọ́wọ́ èmi fúnra mi but I need láti bá àwọn pípú yìí sọ̀rọ̀ kọ́ mọ̀ pé n bí tọrọ dé yìí tí ẹ bá sọ bówó ṣe wọlé bówó ṣe jáde iye tó kù ń tẹ́ fi ṣe ẹni tẹ́ fún ahadi fún wọn o lẹ́yìn ká sọ fún wọn kó máa lọ mú mi sí ìtàn sí gbà kó fi parí ẹjọ́ wọ́n kọ́ bọ̀ kò ní jáde lọ́wọ́ anybody mọ́ but tó bá wá mọ̀ pa wọn sì fẹ́ kí masses support àwọn financially mentally physically they need to do things right bí bẹ́ẹ̀ kọ́ gbogbo wa a máa sọ wọ́n dàgbà donúgò ni o àkọlẹ̀ máa wò wọ́n ràn ni ire o ẹ ṣé mo dúpẹ́.
Thank you so much, Dinaija. God bless you, sir. Let's keep power tapping, everybody. AOA, are you there, sir? Heaven Real, get ready, man.
We've said a lot. I just want to go. And what was a key Wahalur platforming? Because in Batoro or this same platform, no. If I'm not doing this same platform, in Batu, you want $15,000. Platform in Nowa, Tansari, interview $1,000. And that change a pound to dollar, that change will be it got to a point, brother, like he was saying, Ejekagba public lawyer, be issue is any law. But more problem got any justice from bad. My opinion, I want my opinion to lead. I want my opinion to be heard. I want my own opinion to be the final. Brother, I think Sonja Kenyan Ejekagba public lawyer. I want to change the public lawyer. Kini Butotulo, public lawyer, son, aggressive lawyer. People that see Sonja, a radical lawyer, oh dear, radical lawyer, clinical lawyer. Do you understand? Now, people are saying, now, this same set of people don't live about that at Bankole and Smith. One about that Udumusu. Say it about Barrow, we can Barrow. Now everybody is now coming out now and saying, she will profile any, she will profile any, but ele will profile Bankole and Smith. Ele ni property lawyer ni, Sani ni, Kini Koni. See, in everything we are doing, Kabero along. Mr. Muwa no Mr. Muiwa of the thing. Even before you can say Ejekagba lawyer, you matimo in Koto Tishiri, matimo achievement. But my achievement could see fight case could see clinically egba. There's difference between a lawyer and a practicing fine. Lawyer near will look in school. We have to speak Mugogomwa refield. But most people now we went to check his profile, Unilag, on about Kinekon, or to 13 papers, publications, Kinekon. Who bonye can't to Basibe, they were loan charging. To buy a put for an agreement or to sign an agreement to go, but I'm parry with most more good, Kinekon or good. They play no bonye. Do you understand? They play in Google. Now, back to the fact that or no will go for me or not go for me. Because we don't listen to ourselves. Can't and to verify accountability in Banya. Kilori to film verify accountability. Do you understand? Kilori to film verify accountability. Let's talk about it. But no, to require favorite we are calling sorrow. We will not all go towards that side. And this is killing it. Mr. Muwa that is saying Odumosu go. These same people tell Basso or public lawyer ni B, ni Banye, one fell lay local pa. Tell Basso or lawyer can one fell English. Do you understand? One fell anything tell Basso, when illiterate no sorrow, kin no more, legal things are working, underwater, overhead bridge. Now, go overhead bridge, who are para, go as a sorry, Tameta. Do you understand? See, at this point, like Dinaija just said, it is the right time for Baba himself to come out and say, this is what I want. Public egg by me. Everybody not look down. This is the best time. Come listen to the public. Case you sure of everybody people have lost so many things. People have lost so many things. And to lose the share. And to lose the share. And to mute man. And to lose the share. And to lose the share. And to lose the share. Actually, but our company abroad, okay, you can use data on it. Numbers of data start when you load every day, just for updates. Just to get this, I want to Nigeria. Me, MTN, Glue, and everything on low. Just to get this, I can consider every one of us at this point now. Let's all come together and think forward. But you will be everybody saying, Lolo, fit low story, the CEO, everyone and L. Tomolo, but at this point, let everybody go sorry on that G come on that G one look on that G lawyer, I don't look go sit away. Gonna be billion, 5 million, 10 million, million, but can you go see on that G everybody to Paraguay? But why should buy fuel 1.5 million? We are to buy fuel next time, 100,000 Lumaco. You understand? But because on that G, we'll be working on that G, Waluba Adebi. Terry and me at this point, they need to come out and tell us what is really happening.
To take charge, he's had time to process what's happened. It's incredibly tragic and incredibly traumatizing what he has gone through and what he is still going through. I understand. However, he can no longer trust me, he can no longer trust you, he can no longer trust Mr. Muiwa, he cannot even trust the legal team. He has to now walk on a path on his own and trust his own instincts and his own wise mind to make up the decision to help him maneuver and navigate through this justice. Anybody else is going to be difficult. Even bloggers, and I know I said this at Vengeance, but I think it's very important. He can no longer give them the access that they had before, and people are going to be very angry with him that had access to him. I'm not going to mention names, but he no longer needs that. We're now at the point where he has to be incredibly vigilant, and I truly believe in all my heart that if Baba follows his own faith and his own mind, he can get the justice he's desperately seeking. And I know there will be times where he will need financial support. And for those that are truly here for justice, like me, like you, Vengeance, like Lady Prada, like Kenny, like Drama, like Cromwell, Wealth, everybody who is here on this live, as few as we are, we would be able to fund, if you're truly looking for justice and not trying to control or try to run a business or trying to get attention, he can get that justice. He doesn't need an entire platform or online community in order to get this justice. All he needs is his faith, his own body, and a few people when it's needed to support him. That's just my belief. It's not that difficult. It's not that difficult at all. So I think that's what I would suggest. It's of course up to Baba what he wants to do. If he decides otherwise, I will still support him. But it's clear to remember what Mr. Muiwa says, especially that little story that I remember as of recent, and know the type of person that you're dealing with. You're not going to get the entire picture of what's happening or what has been happening behind the scenes. You're just not. And some of us, like me, I'm okay with that. I don't need to know the schemes that have happened behind closed doors because I figured it out a long time ago. I just wasn't going to say it because I'm not stupid enough to start water or whatever people call it. I'm just not. I just pretend like I don't see you anymore, and then I just allow for other people to speak and listen to them. And if they've got great ideas, then we'll maybe talk about that more often. The only thing that I can say Mr. Muiwa said that made sense on Sunday was about the autopsy and the toxicology. But again, when he said that, it was a way to say, I've done something. I have managed to get something done, which is this autopsy and toxicology. But listen, we were already expecting some result. If it wasn't there, we would be asking you why this result is not here. So let's just be vigilant in the way that we take our information and be careful. Anyway, I'm just going to say that and I'm going to mute.
God bless you, Larita Vegetable Island. Kenny Tipo, do you want to say something again? Drama Queen, have you got any contribution again?
I just want to say I stand with the last speaker. There's a lot of sense in what she has said, and I concur with what she has said. I think what she has said too is in line with what I am with my stand, you know. And then actually about Brother Mewa on Sunday on Baba's line on Baba's live show on Sunday, didn't really say anything tangible other than what he told us about the toxicology and the autopsy. Every other thing he said was just trash. So sorry to say so, but that was what it was for me, and she has concurred there, you know. And then what I want to find out again is why is the talk of this DNA suddenly why has it suddenly quieted down? Nothing is being said about it. How far are we on it? The court has given the go-ahead. So what are we doing? And that's the area. That's what Odumosu is holding on to. That's what he's holding on to still be part of the legal team. How far has he gone about that? Thank you.
Thank you very much for that wonderful contribution and question. To the best of our knowledge, the court has refused to release the verdict so that they can work on it. So the verdict concerning the DNA has not been released by the court officially for Baba Legal team to work on it in order to get the DNA done. So, and just like you said, the DNA is the only reason why Odumosu is still in justice of Mohbad. Could it be the delay was as a result of Odumosu actions? Only God can answer that question. But like I always say, whatever every man does, we wait for him or her in the future.
So I'm sorry to cut you off. What do you mean the court has decided to delay? What was the actual statement? What was their reasoning of delaying the process of this DNA being released? Did they just say they're not going to release it? There must have been a reason.
Thank you very much, Vegetable Island. From the last thing we heard from Mr. Muiwa, when the issue of DNA was finally put to him, he said they are still waiting for the court to release, like the official statement on how to go with the DNA, under which conditions and all the rest, before they can carry on with the DNA test. And they said they've not gotten it. I don't know if they have done so now, but as far as I know, they have not gotten it.
Did they not follow up with them?
Big question. I don't really know, to be sincere.
Right. That's a red flag. Okay, thank you.
And now, to be sincere, it's been almost